Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Chilupian one more time here, coming at you. We'd like to thank NASA for these beautiful videos that we are showing here now. We want to show those videos while we're talking about astral projection because we kind of imagine that's the way it might be when we're up there flying in the astral realms. So that's why it's there, so hopefully we can enjoy that. Today we wanted to talk about astral projection and communicating with our past loved ones. About 11 years ago, my mother-in-law passed away, and I would like to share an experience that I had with her after she passed. It's open to interpretation. I'm not here to say that this is 100% real, even though I do believe it is. It's up to you to decide what you think about it. So I found myself in my bed, and I started to vibrate as normal. What this means is it's a feeling on the spinal cord that goes up and down, kind of like an electric feeling, and like a current that goes up and down. And I felt that. And when I feel that, I know that I'm about to go out of body. And I found myself out of body soon after I felt that. The next thing I knew, or what I wanted to do was I asked to see my mother-in-law, and when I did, uh, I found myself in a room sort of that looked sort of like a production line, sort of like a factory. Things were hanging up from the top of the of this room, and they were long things. I don't remember what they were, but they kind of looked like poles in some kind of a production line. And in the distance, I could see my mother-in-law, and these long poles, or they might have been wood. I'm not sure what they were. They were blocking the view, so I couldn't actually see her well. I saw her, I knew she was there, but these things kept blocking my view. But I asked one more time I asked, I said I would like to be close to her, and I just suddenly started speeding like at the speed of light, and suddenly I was right next to her. So when I was there, she seemed a little bit perplexed. She seemed to be a little afraid. I was 100% conscious. I knew that my body was asleep in its bed, and I knew that my mother-in-law was dead, passed away. So I asked her, "Do you realize where you are?" And she nodded. Uh, in those realms, the communication is usually either by body language or by some kind of telepathic communication. So I noticed that she was a little bit afraid. I noticed that she was a little bit perplexed, and I asked her, we really need to move on. We found ourselves in some kind of a meadow, and in the distance, there was a type of cave, and inside that cave, there was a lake, some kind of a pond inside it, and people were lining up to go into this lake, and go into the water. Now, I understood that if she would go through this water, or the people that were going through that water, through that lake, they would actually dive down into it, that they would go on to the next level. I understood that. I understood water to be, or a pond to be, a symbol of a portal. So I knew this intuitively. So I told her, you have to go through that water. Now, water is also interesting because a body of water, like a pond or a lake, even an ocean, can symbolize the subconscious. So this was also very interesting to me, and I realized that during the experience. So I told her, you must go through this, and she trusted me even in life. So we got closer to the line, and we kept seeing as people just did all kinds of diving motions to go into this pond, which I knew was a portal. And soon it was her turn, and she just left all her fears behind. She went to the edge of this pond or lake type body of water that was there. It wasn't that big. It was maybe the size of, to give you an idea, maybe the size of a small swimming pool, like for 10 people or so, something like that. It wasn't that big. Uh, and she jumped up from the edge, and she did a perfect dive, and she went straight in, and she disappeared. And I knew that while she was doing that, I could sense that she was a little bit afraid, but she went straight in, and once she went through, I also sensed that she was very happy. How did I sense this? It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling that you get while you're there. So now I knew that she was okay. I was very happy that she had actually moved on further. And now I found myself again in my room, out of body, and I went into my body and I woke up and opened my eyes. This happened 11 years ago now. You take it as you like. I'm not here to say that this is the truth. This is what's going on. This is the way it is. I'm just telling you my own personal experience. This is what happened. Uh, the channel that we are producing, we are very much against any kind of type of dogma. So if there is a scientific valid explanation for this that is not in any way mystical, well, we would like to see it and we would like to accept it. But for our own personal idea, uh, to us, this is completely 100% real. So that's our experience, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we will be producing more videos a little more frequently, and hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button.